Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today we're going to be literally doing exactly that, a diecast showcase, a little mix of things that I traded for, a find also in store, and a few things that came in through the magic of the internet. So yeah, let's check to see what we have. So I'm going to start off with a duo of mainlines, older mainlines that, yeah, basically trades. So this is a casting I did only have one exemplar of in premium, and now I have a couple in mainline. We are talking about these two beauties here, the Subaru Brat. So as opposed to the Matchbox version that's very stock looking, if we're talking about the moving parts version, this one is definitely a little bit lifted, bigger wheels, you know, got the off-road setup going on, the roll bar, the fog lights, and all that stuff. So you got two color variations, the classic blue on gold, which I'm definitely going to keep carded, and we have this one that I will probably set loose, but we'll keep that for another time. There's a little smudge there of type of price tag residue there. Sorry about that. So cards are pretty good in condition, especially tops do have a couple soft corners there, but all in all, really good condition cards. So yeah, we got two Subaru Brats, and this specific paint basically is really cool. It's hard to see on camera, but it's got some type of pink pearl in there, which is really cool. Yeah, I do have the Shop Trucks premium version of this in yellow, so probably going to be setting this one free, keeping the blue one on card. You know, yeah, pretty happy to add those to the collection. You know, it's JDM. I don't have a whole lot of Subarus in my collection, as I notice going through it for somebody that was interested in anything I had that was Subaru related. Yeah, I noticed I don't have a whole lot, so yeah. Next up, the Soul Store find was actually very happy to make, because I think I had lost my chance to get this one at retail, which would be this 64 Conti from the Matrix Hot Wheels Premium Entertainment Series, Real Riders, metal on metal. Not exactly the same as in the movie. You know, obviously this one's slammed to the ground, and it's got some mesh wheels, which are not necessarily representative of the very stock looking version in store, and we're talking about the version that would have basically the hubcaps. But all in all, a great cast, and fact that we've got this in premium with the Matrix livery on there is extremely cool. Big Matrix fan here, especially the first one. So yeah, definitely happy to add this to the movie car collection. Next up, we're going to fall into the internet orders that leaves a partial of stuff that we don't get here on Peg or in store in Canada, and you know, that I really wanted to add to the collection. I'm thinning out some stuff that's a little bit superfluous and replacing it with things I really want, which I think is a natural way to collect diecast. So I did pick up, first and foremost, if we're talking about something that's fairly common for, you know, the North American market, in the US and potentially Mexico as well, I'm not sure. I got this twin pack of Johnny Lightning Import Heat Japanese Classic Series. So we've got the new casting for, I believe, last year, the Z31 300ZX 85 model. So we've got the older style tail lights in the back, as opposed to that light bar that replaced it for the 86 model, and thereafter until the 89 release of the Z32 or Z32. This one is really well done. It's got mirrors, you got the two-tone black and gold paint with the beige interior. The wheels are spot on if we're talking about the originals, and yeah, really no complaints on this one. It's very well done, and newer cast from Johnny Lightning. Cool thing is they're true 164, so it's always a plus. Yeah, we've even got a little license plate on there. Is it a clever thing where it's just oh, it's in turbo 85, so I guess this is a turbo. I was about to mention the 5 lug wheels that on the non-turbo model is, should be 4 by 114.3. Talking about the bolt pattern. In this case, 5 by 114.3. Since it's a turbo model, bigger hubs, bigger brakes, so that actually fits. Whereas the 1990 240SX, the S13, definitely, if you look at those very generic looking hubcap type wheels, definitely not accurate, because all of the S13s did come on 4 lug hubs. So unless it's got a Z32 brake conversion, which is super popular and easy and OEM and very straightforward, definitely this should be 4 lug. And the hubcaps are not representative exactly of what they should be. It's more like a kind of like a teardrop style hubcap for the base model. Nevertheless, it's really cool, and this is kind of like a mishmash. Definitely, it's the 90 or the pre 94 style taillights, the amber bottoms, the big red light bar, and the 2 little reverse lights in the middle. And you do have that very early dividing strip in black on the lower part of the body. However, if you look at the front, it has a very late 90s Type X style bumper. So definitely a Kauki as opposed to a Zenki front end. And you've got the matching side skirts as well for the Type X side skirts. No wing, but so yeah, basically we're talking about a stockish vehicle. And but yeah, it's a really nice casting overall. Offset is, very early Johnny Lightning for the imports at least, and but overall it's a cool cast. I didn't have the Johnny Lightning casting of the S13, so I like the fact that both have the beige interiors as well, which was pretty much with gray the most popular color for interiors at the time. So yeah, so mid 80s, very early 90s, and there you go. Very happy to add this twin pack. So my second Johnny Lightning twin pack, potentially more to come. Now we're going to fall into the stuff that not only are they not available in store in Canada, but also probably in the US as well. One that I was really curious to get, and I mentioned in a previous video where I showed you an Inno 64 Pandem GTR 32 and Japanese police livery, like a drift car in Japanese police livery, that I really wanted to branch out and try out new brands. So the one brand that I definitely was very curious about and did see on a couple of diecast dudes posts on Instagram, as well as through his video reviews, would be the Jackie Kim brand, and it's now JKM for short. And I got this one here, which is definitely an interesting casting, and not one that I had in the collection. So it's the as you can see here, EX 2000 Lancer. So we're talking about the Lancer, but pre-Evo. This is rear-wheel drive. It's an older 2-liter turbo, not a 4G63. And yeah, box art is pretty cool. It's very cartoonish, very kind of like manga looking. And yeah, I chose to get it in silver gray because the other color variations of white was clean, but just seemed a little bit too bright. And the yellow is very yellow, and it's not, I believe, a color that was offered on this vehicle. Yeah, so basically it's pre-Evo Lancer. and this came out before the Galant VR4 as well, which is the actual precursor for the Lancer Evo. So you know what? This is super easy to open. I'll show you the box art. So there you go. Licensed product. Here's the top view. View of the rear and view of the front. So very nice packaging. Definitely very nice packaging. Yeah, let you try and decipher that. I am not fluent in Mandarin or Cantonese, so yeah, but let's check this out. Let's unbox this thing a little bit. It's kind of a free at Friday, but it's kind of a cheat because, well, these are very straightforward to open. So there we go. And here is the model. Now, no opening parts on this, but as you can see, it does have the mirror. Sorry. It's got rubber tires, metal base and body, and very, very accurate if we're talking about its real life counterpart. Wheels, the deco, that red pinstripe all around the car, though, was definitely a thing in the 80s. Got the Lancer front license plate. I've got some lensed front lights, lens tails as well. And what I find really funny is that rear license plate on this car. It reads Evolution. It's not a Lancer Evolution, but definitely this Lancer evolved to become the Lancer Evolution. So either it's a nod or a little bit of an oversight, but overall, look at this thing. This is quality stuff. I mean, I'd go as far as to compare it to a certain extent to the TLV line without the sprung suspension. But I mean, the detailing's all there. It's a closed window model. I mean, it's not going to be as fine. We're talking about the detailing, slightly more crude if we're talking about the painted details on here. But I mean, it's got some weight to it, especially for the size it has. And yeah, it does roll really well. So there you go. Jackie Kim, JKM, Box Lancer. And we're going to close off this little showcase here with two pieces that I picked up also. We're talking about pieces that I wanted to really get at least an exemplar of this brand. You know, no introduction needed. I really wanted to get a Kaido House piece in my collection, and I was unsure if I wanted the wagon or the Pro Street coupe of the 510 to start off. Stumbled upon a deal basically through one of the local diecast stores in my area, Passion Diecast, that I've mentioned in the past, and they had a special on 2 matching livery units that were pre-opened. Basically, we were talking about the shrimp rack packaging just to check for chases basically. So they always give the choice to buy sealed with a chance of a chase or unsealed for a lower price for the regular version. And in this case, they had a matching pair that they did a further rebate on, which I do appreciate. And I mean, it's a livery that we all know and love. We're talking about the Advan liveried 510 wagon and 510 coupe. One in a more of a street stance wide body style, and this one is 100% race. So without further ado, let's get these things out of the box. And yeah, this one was still partially sealed, so let's check these out in detail. All right, so start with the coupe. Oh no, you know what? Let's start with the wagon. Let's start with the wagon. Oh yeah, this looks so good. This looks so good. So we have the wagon to start off here. Definitely we need to get that into focus. So got the flares, got the wing mirrors. Very, very cool exhaust. Full cage. And those Watanabe RS8 wheels look very good on there. Advan tires with the Advan livery. Definitely some cohesiveness to this whole thing. There's a tiny little nick here, unfortunately. That'll be fairly easy to touch up. But here's your SR20 DT, the big turbo. Here's your front end with the lensed features, the Advan front lip, and of course the Kaido House throughout. This thing is beautiful, 510 license plate, great stuff. Probably the best feature on these, well, besides the fact that they're extremely well detailed. Look at those bucket seats in the front, while still retaining the stock bench in the back. Really, really nice. And it's a right-hand drive, which is great. Deep dish wheel. Really, this thing is beautiful, phenomenal. Very happy to add this to the collection. Best part of this is probably the base. If we're talking about the touch that's added, just makes it all that much special. You can notice that the wheel width is staggered, the rears being much wider than the fronts, which is great. On slick, seemingly. Wow. Wow. I'm really, really happy to finally have not one, but two of these to add to the collection. Complementary liveries, or should I say liveries that complement each other. And here comes the coupe. There we go. No blemish on the roof of this one. Wow. Look at that. And look at that wheel setup. Skinnies on the front. Look at them fatties on the back though. Wow. Wide stuff. Again, Advan branded tires. Same livery. And under the hood, same engine setup too. At least from what I could tell. But we compare those side by side just to check. I mean, to me it looks fairly similar. It's not exactly the same. Not exactly the same. I mean, they're both SR20s. But yeah, there's some minute detail difference in between the two engines, but all in all, basically they're the same. Bigger turbo on this one. And, you know, I can see that the spark plug wires aren't the same. Fuel rail is not the same. You know, but overall, very similar. It's probably different setups. One for high power and one for more, you know, usable on the street. But this thing is sick. I love the wing on the back. Infamous number 0 on both. It's very, very nicely done. Matching wheels as well. Also Watanabes, and these do roll very well as well. So definitely worthy additions, more premiums in the collection, more brands that I had yet to add to the collection. And overall, extremely happy. There's more to this haul that I'll be sharing on an alternate episode. It's going to be a little bit more themed than this one, which is a little bit more of a, you know, varied episode. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up, comment your feedback, and of course, stay tuned for future showcases, and subscribe to be notified when those pop up, normally once a week on Fridays. So on that, I'll wish everybody a great weekend. Happy hunting. Stay safe. All the best. And I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.